Guys, super excited today to be taking a look at what must be the smallest and most feature-rich personal projector ever. Can something this small be any good? Well, find out in just a few seconds. What's up YouTube? Dave here with Seeing Through a Lens, and thanks for stopping by the channel. We make lifestyle videos and all things tech, so if that's your kind of thing, then please consider subscribing to the channel and clicking on the bell icon so you can be notified of new videos. So guys, I've reviewed many portable multimedia projectors, and when Yaber reached out to me and asked me to take a look at this new Pico T1 DLP projector, I jumped at the chance. In fact, this is so new, it's not even for sale yet. This is an early friendship sample, so that's kind of cool. Now, what's a DLP projector? Well, if you really want to know, DLP stands for Digital Light Processing. Now, DLP projectors beam light through a colour wheel, then through reflection mirrors, and then finally through a lens. Now, this definitely makes them smaller and lighter than conventional projectors. Now guys, you know that whether I buy something myself or whether I get sent it to review, you're always going to get an honest review from me, good, bad or indifferent. And guys, if you don't know Yaber, well, they've been making entertainment multimedia projectors since around 2018, and they have a ton of different models to suit everybody's needs. So before we get into it, let's take a look in the box and see what we have. So guys, open up the box and we have the projector itself, which I'm just going to put down for a second. We have a couple of inner boxes, and opening them up, we've got a USB-C to USB-C cable, which is pretty nice. We've got a USB-A to USB-C cable, a plug adapter, a mini tripod which is magnetic to stand the projector on, and a mini HDMI to HDMI cable. Then we get to the projectors, guys, and yeah, you know what? It is small, like really small. In fact, compared to my old Galaxy S10 phone, yeah, this is an old phone, but with 512 gigs of RAM, and it's the ceramic version. You know what? I just can't be parted with it. But here you can see, guys, that the Pico is shorter than the Samsung phone. It's a little bit thicker, just over ½ an inch to be precise. So you know what? Yeah, pretty small. Looks good though, eh? Really good. But on the back, guys, we've got a mini HDMI socket as well as two USB-C ports, one for powering it and the other for connecting to another device. On the bottom you have the speaker grill, and on the side you have this red power button and a volume up and down button, and you've got the focus wheel. Onto the front, guys, and we have the lens and the IR receiver. And lastly, guys, on the top we have the controls. Now they are touch controls around the outside and a touchpad for navigation on the inside. Now, although this shiny plastic looks really good out of the box, in fact it looks great out of the box, it doesn't take long for it to look terrible, as this is a dust and fingerprint magnet. But I guess for the best part we live with that with our phones, so not really a deal breaker. The other slight downside is that being portable, you would think that maybe this Pico T1 had a built-in battery. Well, no, unfortunately not. I guess in order to keep the weight and size to a minimum, this had to be sacrificed. But to power this, you can either use the supplied wall charger, or if you do want to be 100% portable, you can use this battery pack, which is kind of cool. Even has a little display on it. Has a bunch of connectors on it, so you know, I don't want to pull all those out now. Has a US plug on it, which isn't so great, but not for me anyway. But anyway, you can use a power pack, so that's great. The reason I'm talking about this power pack is, as luck might have it, apart from the plug, Yaber also supplied one of these, so I don't know if this is just for review purposes or whether they're going to do this when it comes time for shipping, but whatever, you can use one, this one or another one, doesn't really matter. Oh, and they sent this nice carry case which you can kind of fit the projector and the battery pack in, so that's pretty neat also. Now guys, when it comes to connectivity, you can either connect wired or wireless. Android, iOS and Windows is supported, and it offers the eShare service to connect other devices. So using this for gaming, watching movies or presenting is an absolute breeze. Now don't be alarmed when I tell you that I believe that this is only 480p resolution. I'm going to have to check that because I did plug something in earlier on and it did say 1080p, so I'm a little unsure, but the picture looks good, right? So I don't actually know exactly what it is, but the picture looks good enough. I mean, this is one of the downsides of using Pico technology and keeping everything small and compact. So there you go. I think, you know, forget about the specs. It looks good. Now, setup was pretty easy. For the best part, this is using the Android operating system. So the interface is pretty much like a smartphone. So just connect it to your Wi-Fi and you have access to install pretty much any Android app, and services like Netflix, Disney and all that kind of stuff is all available. Oh, and of course YouTube, don't forget that. And if you have a subscription to any of those, you're good to go. You can kind of watch that and happy days. Now let's power this up and take a look at what this tiny projector looks like in action. So here we are guys, and I decided I would, rather than use a little mini tripod, I'd fix this to a proper tripod, as I needed a bit more height for this. And you know what, I simply did this by using a mobile phone mount. So because this is so small, yeah, it's the size of a mobile phone, so happy days. Now I've this set to the equivalent screen size of a 50-inch TV. Now it's fairly dark in here, could be darker, but it's fairly dark in here. But the picture on the T1, like I said, is okay. It's never going to be as bright as a conventional projector, but you know what, it's not bad all the same. This type of projector would normally be used in a more intimate scenario, which would definitely add to its brightness and clarity. But I tell you now, I wouldn't want to go any bigger than this. Also, you can see from my video there is a little bit of flicker. Well, this isn't uncommon with certain sources of LED lights, so apologies for that. And also, it's the combination of light and dark as well, so yeah, it is what it is. But the real picture projected on the wall is definitely flicker free. So guys, there are many choices for playing content back. You can either connect an HDMI source, you can connect a USB drive, you also have the ability to stream. I didn't have to set anything up on my phone or my iPhone, I just went to mirroring, the eShare option just came up and boom, I was in. Just the same for connecting my Mac. Very, very easy. Now, latency is low enough to not be noticeable, and the tiny speaker does a great job of volume, if a little bit tinny. But because this is based on Android, you do have the ability to connect a Bluetooth speaker or even Bluetooth headphones. So guys, there you have it. This is definitely the slimmest, lightest little projector that I have ever tested. And you know what? I like it. Yes, there are limitations. There's no internal battery. The resolution is fine for movies, etc., but a little bit low for reading like smaller text. And you wouldn't want to go too big for the display. But for what this is, which is a tiny, super portable projector that you can take literally anywhere, it's good. And given the size, it's a technical innovation. This is on Indiegogo at the present time. To have a look at it on there, I'll leave all links in the description. Thanks to you guys for watching, and thanks to Yaber for sending me this Pico T1 projector. It's very usable and has a super cool factor when you just pop it out of your pocket. And guys, if you have any comments or questions, you know what to do. And if you like the video, then please consider subscribing to the channel and clicking on the bell icon to be notified of new videos. Guys, I'm Dave with Seeing Through a Lens, and I will see you the next time. Bye for now.